Hello dear customers, my name is Irina. I am from Soki LLC company and our website is sokistyle.com, as you can see here. You are welcome to visit our website at any point of time of this presentation, but I will encourage you to see this demonstration up to the end. I am demonstrating today a new product, which is anniemorris's panels and kits and overall embroidery products at our shop. So who is anniemorris? First off, she is the designer from the United Kingdom, from England, and she is an artist. She was doing these designs first in pen and watercolor and then digitally printed them on cotton linen panels like this. This fabric is very soft, it absorbs the design very well, and the result is this beautiful saturated colors which can be used as a background for your work. So nowadays embroidery is taken as a therapeutic exercise rather than more formal embroidery skilled technique and achievement. So this is something for you that you can enjoy doing. There are no strict rules, and you can basically buy everything you need at our shop itself. So let me show you several things that we do have at our shop. First off, superior wood embroidery hoops. Why they are superior? Because they are polished. Both rings of the hoop are polished on the sides, both sides, and that prevents the threads from catching and the fabric from getting torn or catching on this wood. And also, as you can see, the bolt here is blocked with this plastic rubber end. So that also prevents the threads from catching on that bolt. Let me show you really quickly how you can put your panel into this 7-inch hoop. So you put the smaller hoop first, then on the hard surface, then you put your panel, and then gently press with the top hoop like this. So you have your panel ready for embroidery. So the anniemorris's panels are 10 inches by 10 inches. And the diameter of the design is 6 inches, and if you would like to use a bigger hoop, 9-inch hoop, it's there. For the embroidery, I would recommend 7-inch hoop. It's convenient, it's easy to handle, and you still have some space because you do want to reach the edges of the design. And a 6-inch hoop, that will not happen. Your edges will remain unstitched. So when you actually when you actually frame it, you can use the 6-inch hoop, and then it will be design only. Now we also have the panels from anniemorris. These are the cushion panels, and they are about 18 by 18 inches in size. Here it is, very beautiful, Southholm Regatta. Again, beautiful saturated colors of the background. You can embroider as little or as much as you want. And that's the beauty of those panels, because they will provide the background for your designs as well as the guidance for your stitches. Now, let me say a couple of words about kits from anniemorris. This is the Cosmos kit, and again, do you see it's packed so beautifully? Because you can use this box actually to carry this project with you until you are done with it. The kit contains the stitch guide. So this is already a stitched picture of the stitched product and what stitch Annie herself used. So you can use this for guidance. Then also a postcard from Annie, and you can see again the hoop. This is the 6-inch hoop, the anchor threads, cotton embroidery floss, needles, and the panel itself. Also, there is a stitching guide here included with 7 basic stitches, so which we will review today in our demonstration. So these are Annie's products. I also wanted to bring your attention to the coastal collection we have here. Beautiful designs with sailboats and sand and sea, and those of you who like to travel to the seashore will appreciate that. And then there is botanical collection, which is coming in softer colors here. This here, cacti, and look at this beautiful apple blossom and butterfly, and brighter colors, roses, and the night blooms, the designs on the black background, which call definitely for brighter threads like this. So another product we have is Valdani threads, which come pre-packed to us in these beautiful colors, and I tried to select them so that they do match our panels that we carry, so that you could buy this thread pack and you can complete this project just from one thread pack. They are thicker, they come in 10-yard skeins, and they are more suitable for the to bring your embroidery up a little bit raised, a little bit more prominent. So this particular panel I have done with the Cosmo floss that we also have here in sets, and I believe one skein of Valdani. We also have woolen threads here, also pre-packed, and we have the embroidery fabrics from Lycian company. It's also called Cosmo, in a variety of colors. Here are some scissors, French vintage scissors from French General. Carrie herself travels, that's the designer for French General, travels to France and you know, takes the designs and discovers vintage found products. That's why it's called General, like a general store. So and these are beautiful, inexpensive scissors which will do your job beautifully. Also available in our store is Bohin needles. So these are also coming from France, and these needle packs are intended to, there are sharps, there are darning needles, there are sewing needles. You will see the variety on our store, but they are made with nickel plated steel, and the eye of the needle is polished in such a way that it does not tear your threads. So it's really amazing in the houses of Petrus that are making beautiful handmade scarves and Hermes using those needles. We have them also for embroidering with silk ribbon, with crewel, and with cotton embroidery floss. So also from French General, you will find the thread winders on our website. So if you have only a few threads using for your project, which probably will be the case, you can buy just 1 or 2 packs of those, and you know, you will surround yourself with this beautiful objects which motivate you to do beautiful things. So now I will go directly to our embroidery. There are a few basic stitches which anniemorris herself uses, and you can find them on our website, sokistyle.com, when you search for anniemorris designs or panels or kits, or just put anniemorris in search and you will find all her products there. We try to provide as many pictures as possible for each panel, because the panels are already pre-made. The pictures were done from pre-made panels, and they can guide you in the placement of stitches. So basic stitches Annie uses with a little twist, and I wanted to show you today what exactly you can do with your embroidery panel. So let us take a little bright thread. Okay, let's take first green. And here is a leaf stitch I will show you, right? Usually it's placed very tightly together, and you know what Annie does with this. she is doing a very sketchy work with it. I will show you on the example of this leaf. Okay, so first I have a knot on this threads, and my embroidery floss is Cosmo, and it is three strands. So I will first fix my thread with just a little stitch here, and now from the top I'll make a little stitch down. Okay, here we go. And now making one stitch on the left and going very much down on the same middle line, and I am taking a little bit farther stitch on the right and going a little further down. I am not placing my stitches very close to each other. Now I will make a stitch here on the left, and again much more down here. Okay, and again on the right and much more down. Okay, this way you can see that you have your background visible and your stitching is still standing out. It's 3D, the color will pop out. So now what I would do further on with this leaf is I would just put another color and do the same thing, go with the same stitches but with a different color. So that was the leaf stitch, sparsely used. Okay, let me use this French General scissors. Okay, and here is your leaf right here. And so you can go with this darker green thread and then put a lighter green thread and achieve the effect of double color just like she does, and like highlighted design. Now let me do a little bit of straight stitch. I will put straight stitch first, and I want to show you how to use this for the outline. Let me get this big rose first. First off, I am just fixing my thread a little bit. I took this beautiful fuchsia thread, bringing it up, get to the outline, putting it down, then returning it here and putting it at another bend here, and so I go. So I do not even know whether to call it straight stitch or the kid stitch, because it actually jumps, but it jumps around that outline. So this, mind you, that is only the first stage of your embroidery, right? You can layer and layer and layer your stitches and layer the colors how much you want, but you have to start somewhere, right? So this is the stitch with which you want to outline your roses. Okay, and a little bit back. You always return a little bit back and move forward with a more bold straight stitch, and you do not have to follow that outline precisely. It's up to you really, because it will be modern work, so it's definitely advisable to use as less discretion as possible and do more creativity, use more creativity in this work, right? So here we go. So this rose is outlined, right? And now we can use actually the buttonhole stitch. I'm putting my needle above the stitch that I outlined before and at the edge of that rose, and creating a buttonhole knot. And again, putting it to the right and out at the outline, and another buttonhole. And this thread which is coming out of the previous stitch, I'm holding down and I'm bringing the needle above it. And that's how the buttonhole forms. And again, putting it here and outline and another buttonhole. And so I can go until the end of the rose is done. Okay. So that's my take on buttonhole stitch. And that one unsuccessful stitch and another one. And I am done with this row. Now another stitch that I would like to show you is the cast on stitch, which is not really an easy stitch to do, but I can show you and you can try and see if you like it. And that can be your showstopper, really. So let me choose a smaller rose this time. Okay, so just next to this one. Again, I am fixing this thread and taking out the needle, holding it and putting it a little bit aside and putting it out where the needle went, where the thread went out. So this is how the stitch has to be formed, right? So I have to wind the thread around it, twist it and put it on the needle, and that's how the casting on is formed. Again, okay. So you have seen how one stitch, one cast on stitch is done, and you continue in this manner, repeating it 2 or 3 times around the center of the rose to form the first layer of petals, and they will be 3D. It's a beautiful way to start your flower, and it's a very unusual stitch, and I wish you good luck with trying these stitches on Annie Morris's panels. Thank you very much for watching, and see you at sokistyle.com.